What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to be discussing Pokemon investing. Before we dive right into our first product, just want to quickly note that we have a full description with useful resources. If you are ever purchasing something on eBay, whether it's from my store or literally anybody else on the platform, please consider hitting this link at no additional cost to you. It really does help support the channel. Here we have some programs for people who are interested in more purchasing items, cases, etc. at under market pricing. We have a few different programs working one-on-one with me as well. And then we have some valuable resources for equipment I use in every day for my business, which is also going to help you out. First product I wanted to discuss is how undervalued Scarlet Violet base is. For those who are new to investing or just collecting and looking to make smarter choices in this hobby, what you need to realize is that the price, it doesn't exactly mean how much of a product is valued. Okay, like you go on TCG Player, you see that Scarlet Violet is $270, and in my eyes, it's a $400 booster box. And the reason for that is this set has some of the best illustration rares that are extremely expensive in PSA 10. This set got temporarily promoted when there was a record sale on the Drowsy illustration rare in a PSA 10. No clue what it goes for. Actually, you know what? Let's search it up live. Let's search it up. Okay, after searching it up, here is the card that I'm talking about. PSA 10 Drowsy illustration rare, a normal card that you might hit out of the set in a 10 going for $500. That is very, very expensive. There are better illustration rares of more popular Pokemon that aren't even hitting that high of a price. So this is just one example of how much value there is in Scarlet Violet. You also have a ton of other really fun hits. Gyarados EX, Arcanine EX, Miraidon, Koraidon. You have SIRs in this set that are under $20 that have not moved at all. And remember, this is the beginning of the generation Scarlet Violet. If you look at other Sword and Shield base sets, Sun and Moon base set, I mean, they're not nearly as exciting as Scarlet and Violet. When this set came out, I was actually very excited to rip it, which pretty much never happens for a base set. So the fact that these are under 300 is crazy. If we look at the 1 month chart or 3 month chart, we are up 24%. So they are trending up. They were 200 is crazy. I mean, $200 for this box in December is just ridiculous. 6 month chart, we can see that we're finally trending up, and it's had quite a comeback here in 2026. And I think a big part of that reason is because we're now in Mega Evolution. And bye-bye Scarlet Violet. No more Scarlet Violet sets being created. People are going to the earliest ones, buying up the good ones. Like, we've already seen Paldea Evolve skyrocket so much. So, like, why are you buying into the thing that has already gone up? Purchase the thing that is not moving up. So this just feels extremely undervalued. And how I further know that to be true is we are already seeing very good movement on the ETBs. Miraidon, when these came out, like, this promo now is sought after, but when this came out, this was dead product. Nobody wanted this. And that goes for both the Miraidon version and the Koraidon here. Both of these over 100. This one 115, a little better, probably that promo. But I mean, look at that chart. Up 33% in the last year. $80, 115. Like, we're already seeing very, very strong movement. Like, look at that 1 year chart. It is just no drops at all. And the reason for that is that this stuff is already out of rotation. They are not reprinting any more of it. So whatever they made is all they're ever going to make. And again, this defines the whole era. There's been a lot of discussion whether Scarlet Violet's better, whether Sword and Shield's better. In my personal opinion, the S tier sets are better in Sword and Shield. But as an era, as a whole, I prefer Scarlet Violet because the beginning of Sword and Shield is terrible. Okay, like Sword and Shield base set, terrible. Scarlet Violet base set, really good. So it begs the question, like, hey, if ETBs are moving up, if all these other good products, why are the booster boxes stagnant? So there's just so much opportunity on these. If we even look at the case prices, I mean, $1,500 for a case of 6. Like, that's not even $300 a box. So, like, a case sealed with that premium, we should be over $2,000 right now. And I think what's going to happen is this product is going to stay stagnant for a little while. You could even see here released on March 31st, 2023. So we are coming up on a 3-year anniversary of this set's release. And I think for the time being, this one's not going to move because nobody's talking about it. Smart money behind the scenes, though, is buying this stuff up. I could tell you from some pretty large clients of mine, they have been telling me that they're buying the stuff that nobody else is buying. And sure, it's not hype like 151. It's not hype like Prismatic Evolutions. But over time, the less people that are invested into a product means that you could kind of dictate the price. These are people who are, building positions not to sell in 3 months or in 6 months, but years down the line. So if we look at this chart, I mean, it's okay growth, 6 months up 10%, not nearly as good as some other stuff that you could have bought. But again, if you're looking at the 1 year chart, I mean, look, this was $1,000 a case. That's like basically free. It's like $80 a box, less than that. Up to 1,500, still extremely undervalued. This is not moving at the rate that it's supposed to be moving for a 3-year-old product that's now out of print. But enough said. Scarlet Violet 01, fantastic. Battle Styles, people also hate the set. It was the last booster box available in the Pokemon Center before all the booster boxes were sold out, and it's performed well. If you bought in at the MSRP, which at the time was like 144. Post tax, you're paying like 160 a box. These had a high of about 300. We're seeing 290 here. They dropped quite a lot, but again, I mean, 2021, you guys, 5 year. By the time you're watching this, we are 5 years of this set's released, and we have not even crossed the $300 mark. I understand that there are better sets, no doubt, but just from the age alone, I mean, how many people do you think have sealed cases or sealed booster boxes of something like Battle Styles versus all the new stuff? Because when these sets were coming out, Pokemon investing wasn't as prevalent or as popular as it is today. And I just think for the long haul, these products are going to perform extremely well. It's not something that you're going to see gains in like 3 months, but if you really expand the time horizon, what's going to happen is 1 year or whatever month it's going to be is products like Battle Styles boxes, Scarlet Violet boxes, they're just going to pop like crazy, and that's going to make up for the stagnant growth that we're experiencing with people who do already have them. I'm a big fan of both of them. I'm adding to my positions because these are older sets, older, rare, mint or better. 5-year-old set, 250. Like the Tyranitar alt art in this product, it's really good. It's difficult to hit. Outside of that, there's not like too much going for it, but just from the age alone, somebody who is looking to collect all booster boxes, I mean, you need to grab one of everything. And before I get to how I know these are all going to perform extremely well, I have one more I wanted to discuss. Vivid Voltage. This one actually is close to 300. We're seeing 290 here. This one, though, is the oldest of the bunch, released in 2020. So we are coming up on 6 years here of this product line, and it is just hitting the $300 mark. Definitely better sets that you could have bought, but I just think from like an age factor alone, there's not many people who think this is like an investable product. But at the end of the day, it's still an English booster box. If you were collecting during the pandemic, this was a historic set. Something like Vivid Voltage, Champion's Path, I think for the right collectors, it will perform. Now, I'm not saying to throw all of your money at it, but if you want to diversify, these booster boxes that are old, English, stagnant, I think there's some good opportunity there. Again, we're looking at the 1 year chart. I mean, under 200. You got in at under 200, you're not going to be at 300. You missed that boat, don't worry. This is still cheap. Buy it now for 290. A year from now, we might be 400, we might be 500. And how I know that all of these are going to eventually get to these high figures, which right now seems impossible, I know what you're thinking. How can Scarlet Violet base be a $500 box? I'm telling you right now, this is a $500 box. Steam Siege. Absolute garbage. When I'm telling you garbage of product, I mean this set has nothing. This is terrible. $1,200 for a box. 11th expansion in the X and Y. I don't remember exactly which year this got released. 2015, 2016, something like that. So, a little older. It's got like 10 years that it's been out for. But, I mean, $1,200, there's just no way. There's no way that I would ever throw $1,200 at a box of Steam Siege. And with that kind of money, if I have $1,200, I'm picking up boxes of Scarlet. I'm picking up boxes of Battle Styles. Vivid, I wouldn't necessarily go as heavy on. I would prioritize Battle Styles and Scarlet Violet base just because those are still like really, really cheap, and kind of the new floor on boxes is like 200. So when we're talking about downside risk, I mean a product that's now out of print is unlikely to like collapse. So also from like a risk mitigation standpoint, if you were buying at an all-time high of Destined Rivals, let's say hypothetically they reprinted Destined Rivals. Do I think they're going to add a crap ton of booster boxes? Personally, no, but it could happen, right? Prices would then seriously collapse. We've already seen that after Wave 2 got hit with Phantasmal Flames and Mega Evolutions, and those prices dropped by 40%. That is not going to happen for Scarlet Violet base and Battle Styles because they are already out of print. It's a 5-year-old product. They are done, so you're safe there. Steam Siege 1200, and one more, another terrible set. When I am telling you terrible, I mean when these boxes hit 360, 400, I was liquidating, okay, because that was just crazy for me to believe. But look at that 1 year chart, you guys. $300 a box. We're up to 500 now. We're up to 500, and you got some people selling them for like 700. I don't know if these are sales. Low sale price 350. I don't know what the sale price is, but I'm telling you, this is one of the worst sets of all time. And for this box to be hitting higher than what Scarlet Violet base is currently at, or even Battle Styles, it just doesn't feel right. Now, Battle Styles, I think, is struggling because the people who are collecting during the pandemic are no longer in the hobby, because what you'll find is usually there's what's called buyer cycles, and people are only in the hobby for an extended period of time. After they leave, the new people who are entering the hobby now prior to 30th anniversary, they don't know about Sword and Shield, so they're not purchasing even if it is undervalued. So I have a little bit more forgiveness towards people not buying Battle Styles, but Scarlet Violet base, it's a lot newer than Battle Styles. It is obviously the beginning of a new era, but again, Scarlet Violet's being wrapped up, so it makes a lot of sense right now to be diversifying a little bit into this. But if Steam Siege from the X and Y era, and then Sun and Moon, Crimson Invasion, these are like the worst sets actually of all time created by the Pokemon Company. If these could hit these types of ridiculous figures, it makes there's no doubt in my mind that these products will do the same thing. Like Steam Siege, low sale price 1,000. So for me to say this box is going to be 500, I mean, you think I'm crazy, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen because fundamentally it is a better set, and also there's just not as many people with them. I don't know here if we could see how many listings there are. 62 listings. Battle Styles 45, a little bit less because it's older. 37, even less on Vivid. So kind of the trend you're seeing is that the older the product is, the less listings there's going to be. When there's less listings, there's less competition, which it will make it easier to drive prices up. So yeah, all in all, just wanted to make a video on older booster boxes. This is not, I don't expect this video to do extremely well or anything because I'm not talking about anything hype. No 151, no prismatic evolutions, nothing like that. But, I just wanted to share some information. Maybe you guys take something away from this video, learn something new. But again, just seeing the price of the cards inside in 10 prices, hitting a couple $100 for the boxes to be as low as they are, it just makes no sense. Again, before you finish off with this video, if you are ever buying anything on eBay, we got the links right there. If you want to support, see some of the equipment I use in my business and every day, we got that. And then obviously we have this brand new wholesale Pokemon access. We have 2 different tiers here. This one is a wait list only, so we are not trying to just accept anyone. We're only looking to work with serious accounts. This one, it gives you limited wholesale case purchases, so you could only buy so many in a month. Once you hit that limit, if you want to buy more, you have to upgrade to the elite tier. This one is application only, so this one you will have to apply. Just because you are payment ready does not mean that you will be accepted. And then for people who are looking to build a strong portfolio, if you're serious about investing in the space, or just really any help with business, whatever, utilizing my expertise, we have the one-on-one as well. But for vast majority of you, probably the starter elite tier is going to be good, so we got some resources there to help out as well. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, learned something new. I don't see anybody on the YouTube space talking about any of these products, so maybe you guys got some new insights. Again, if you are new, please consider subscribing. And with that, we will catch you here on the next one.